What's good, everybody? Happy Saturday. I hope everybody is having a good day today, y'all. My day is going good. As promised, we are here today to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 15, episode 3. And the name of the episode is called A Match Made in Beverly Hills. Okay. Now, I thought that it was a good episode. I thought that it was a filler episode, but I have a lot to say about the episode. So I said, I felt like that I told y'all that I was going to start trying to come on live for Beverly Hills because the Beverly Hills girls are my favorite franchise. And I felt like yesterday I wasn't able to come on. I had a lot of going on with meal prepping and stuff like that. And so I went on Patreon, but I wasn't able to come on YouTube to do the review. And then I was thinking if I was going to come on live and do the review for Beverly Hills, or if I was going to do a pre-record. And I felt like if I did a pre-record, I was going to be talking for a very, 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 very long time because I had so much stuff that I wanted to say because I've been telling y'all about Amanda, the money queen. I don't believe it's some money queen. I don't believe this is a money queen. And I feel like it's something off with Amanda. I could look at her eyes. I feel like I have a good sense of people. When I look at them, I can look at Amanda's eyes and tell that something is off. I don't feel like that she's wired correctly. And, you know, she give me insane in the midbrain, right? But we are here, and we're going to talk about the episode, okay? But before we get started, let's see who in here, and then we're going to get to talking at the 5-minute mark, okay? Let me see. Miss Lovely T, what's good? Linda Marshall, what's good? Can't wait to hear what you got to say. Oh, I got a lot to say. Naomi, what's good? I really needed this live today. I did too. I needed this live today too for myself. The Inform, what's good? Velvet Sortino, Sumner Bar, what's good? C. Bacchus 2010, Ray J, what's good? Corey T, what's good? Crystal Brown, what's good? And thank y'all for being here on a Saturday. I didn't think that anybody would be here today on a Saturday. And y'all are here, okay? Yvette 7250, what's good? Callie, what's good? I miss you, my nigga. GABOR was right, a scammer. It wasn't me, baby. It was the police. It was the police record. It was the mugshot. I saw the mugshot, baby. But I could look and tell that something with her wasn't right. And I didn't know if she was going to be trying to come at one of my girls or not. You know what I'm saying? Because if she was coming for one of my girls, it was going to be some smoke in the city, as the old folks will say. Amy J, what's good? Scammer. It's giving the white stormy low vibration. Thank you, Amy J. It ain't stormy. It's stormy, but it's another girl too. But you know what? Let me tell you, Amy J, real quick, before I get to Amanda. Before I get into the episode, you know what? The thing that I think why Amanda hasn't been is not in jail. Well, she has been in jail, but I think that Amanda, I have seen girls online, black girls online, do the same things that Amanda is calling herself doing, and they are in jail. But I think the difference between Amanda and them is that Amanda probably haven't took any money from anybody. You get what I'm saying? She probably hadn't taken any money from anybody. But it's another girl too. I can't think of her name. She's doing jail time right now. She had threatened to unalive some people, and she doing real hard time. I saw a whole documentary about her. I saw how they create these courses or whatever, and the courses don't be nothing but filler. But then sometimes they take your money. That's what DJ Envy and his partner was over there. What they call him, Big Pun, was over there doing. What was DJ Envy? Cesar, I believe that was his partner name. But yeah, I've seen some girls online go to jail for the stuff that Amanda calling herself doing. It's Lene, what's good? Jonette Clark, what's good? What's good, Q? Richie Morris, what's good? He said Real House of Beverly Hills is giving snooze fest so far, but I'm gonna hang in there. It's giving snooze fest. What you want them to do? Backflips? What you think you're watching? The gymnastics? I think that you probably feel that because they starting off slow and they really gonna pick up after the Christmas break. Shar, what's good? Miss Bella, what's good? Maccabee, what's good? I believe in manifestation, but what Amanda is talking about don't make no sense. Right? Because let's be real, Callie. Who manifests a lived-in house and a ready-made family? Who manifested that? In what world? In what world are we manifesting a lived-in house and a ready-made family? So Williams, what's good? Brianna, what's good? The closer something. What closer? I believe in okay. But what she talking about don't make no sense. It don't make no sense, okay? But again, y'all, we are here to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 15, episode 3. And the name of the episode is called A Match Made in Beverly Hills, okay? So the episode started off with Bose. Now, Bose is playing Beverly Hills matchmaker, and she's throwing a speed dating party, okay? So all of the women in the group are single besides Bose and now Amanda, right? So she said that she went through her contacts and she came up with a list of eligible bachelors for the girls in the group, right? Now, I'm not surprised that Bose would do something like this because Bose is the type of girl that will remind the other women that she got a man and they don't, right? She seemed like the type of girl. And I think that's so funny because the older I get, the more I realize that most people are single and they're single by choice. Because I feel like that, you know, everybody can settle and just be with somebody just to be with somebody. But I think that most people are really single by choice. Even if you want to be with somebody, do you have the time to invest in a relationship? You know, you have goals and stuff that you want to do and things that you want to meet. And ain't nobody got time to be in love all day 24/7. Nobody got time to really have to try to consider other people. Do you even? Oh, I was talking about Tony the Closer. That's his name, Tony? Okay, Tony the Closer. Okay. I didn't remember. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I just have the time or if I just want to consider somebody else or, you know what I'm saying? Or participate like that. Because for the most part, I'm going to do what I want to do and I want to do what I want to do and I'm not going to do what I don't want to do. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know if I really want to have to consider another person. Okay. Now, I was shocked that these are the contacts of eligible bachelors in Bo's phones because none of them were black. None of them were black. And I'm not saying that they have to be black, but I'm sure that Bose has access to black bachelors as well, right? And I would have loved to see the women respond to black men, right? I wanted to see the women sit down with a black man and talk to a black man and see what they would have been given. I remember when they did the Magic Mike. Remember when they went to Magic Mike a couple of years ago, and Kyle got on stage with that black man, and he was dancing on Kyle and stuff like that. And he put that. He asked Kyle first. He was like, "Can you come?" And she said, "Yeah." And then he put the whipped cream on her chest, and he licked it off and stuff. You get what I'm saying? So I wanted to see Kyle sit down with a black man to see what was going on. Okay. But did y'all see the group chat? Did y'all see the group chat? Did y'all? Neither was both. Are you really surprised? Okay, so I'm surprised because, of course, I've read Bose's book, and Bose said that black men didn't really talk to her, right? And so I understand that. However, to me, with her saying that this is her group of contacts, it's really shocking to me that she doesn't have any niggas in her phone, well, any men in her phone, black men in her phone that she have platonic relationships with, right? That's all I'm saying. Okay. But did y'all see the group chat of the women, right? So the cast has a group chat and they was all discussing what they was going to wear. But did you see Erika Jane's name in the group chat, baby? Erika's Jane name in the group chat is baddest bitch on the planet, Girardi.
You better go ahead.
Yes, baby. The bad Erika name in the group chat is baddest bitch on the planet, Girardi. You remember a couple of years ago when Erika was getting ready to go through her divorce, Erika was posting pictures and she had wrote, got buffoons eating my pussy while I watch cartoons. And Kyle was talking to somebody and said, did you see what Erika wrote on Instagram? They didn't even know it was a Lil' Kim lyric. You know what I'm saying? I want to see if I don't want to see Nene back on Bravo. I don't. But if it ain't that I don't want to see her back on Bravo, but what I'm saying is this: if we see Nene on a road trip, I want to see Erika Jane hanging with the girls. I want to see how Erika Jane hang with the girls. I want to see Nene and Erika Jane on a road trip. I want to see them if it is one, you know, I want to see them sitting up there like Thelma and Louise, Ebony and Ivory. I want to see them there. I want to see what they're gonna be listening to. I want to see what's going on. Because they both try to give sex kitten. Erika Jane is a real sex kitten. Nene want to give it, don't really give it, but you know, we'll see. Okay. So all of the women arrive, all of the women had on black, and I'm not surprised because black kind of slims you down.
Message.
You know, black kind of slims you down when you wear it. You know what I'm saying? And black is really a litmus test for where you think that your body is at too. And so I'm not surprised that the women had on black. Or do we think that they all had on black because they buried Garcelle? Yes, baby. Ain't that? It's so fitting. They all came dressed for a funeral, baby. Garcelle's funeral, baby. Get up out of here. Get up out of here. What's good, DGF6 2007? What's good, Dina? Erika can't hang with Nene. Her glam wrote that. Oh. Thank you for the super chat. He said, I want to see EJ with the real trade. When I saw the name, all I could say is, yes, bitch. Right. I'm wearing black tonight to get this dinner. What you mean you wearing black tonight to get this dinner? He paying for it? What's good, Top Shelf? Seasons greetings. What's good? Okay, so they wearing all black, okay? It really did look like they all came from a funeral because none of the outfits actually screamed date night or little black dress except for Dorit, right? But if I had to pick the best dress, I would say that Kyle was the best dress. I don't know. I feel like y'all be sleeping on Kyle. But to me, I don't think that Kyle ever looks bad. Kyle, you can tell that Kyle Mauricio money is legit because Kyle be looking good, okay? Now, the women are nervous and socially awkward. I can be socially awkward as well, right? So I don't know if I will be able to do the speed dating thing. I don't know. Okay, I can be socially awkward. Okay, so if I find you attractive, right? Not if you're attractive. If I find you attractive, there's a difference. If I find you attractive, I can become socially awkward and probably overthink, regular things, right? Because I don't want you to think that I find you attractive, right? Does that make sense what I'm saying? I become nervous and kind of afraid to talk. And so I could probably kind of not make eye contact with you because I don't want you to think that I found you attractive or anything like that, right? But anybody else, I can have a conversation with you with all day. If I don't find you attractive, it doesn't matter how attractive you are. If I don't find you attractive, I can have a conversation with you all day. I can talk your head off. It wouldn't even matter to me. And so when I tell all of my friends stuff like this, they'd be like, you crazy because it's the same Dina. Okay, yeah. So if I like you, it doesn't matter if whatever nobody else think about you. If I think you're attractive, I will be like kind of shy and nervous to talk to you. But if I don't find you attractive, no matter how, let me think of somebody that's like Shamar Moore. Shamar Moore, most people think that he's fine. I don't think that he's attractive. So I will be able to talk to him all day. But that nigga from, what's the nigga name? He played in, over there with that movie, with the Tyler Perry movie with Kelly Rowland. That nigga there, oh baby, I wouldn't be able to talk to him. And then I wouldn't be able to talk to him, but he would probably be like, how you doing? And I'll be like, what's your favorite color? I'll say some stupid shit like that over there, okay? But the women are socially active. We meet the men, okay? Warnock, I would not be able to talk to him. I would not be able to talk to him. King Brian Stanley, like you, like Dr. Brain husband, I would not be able to look that man in his eye. I wouldn't be able to look the man in his eye. Because I'm afraid if I look the man in his eye, that I'm gonna be like my eyes gonna be looking like I'm ready to lose my virginity. You get what I'm saying? And I don't want him to pick up on that and think I'm easy like some of y'all. Because I don't get down like that. I don't get down like that. Okay. So we meet the men. Okay. Now looking at the men, I think that Sebastian was the motivational speaker. And Matt, the lawyer, they were the best looking men to me. But I personally think I'm attracted to how a person makes me feel. You get what I'm saying? Not saying that looks don't matter, but if I like you, I don't give a damn what nobody else think about you. You get what I'm saying? But those were the most attractive men that was like they looked cute. They were the best looking man there. But based on the conversations, I think that I probably would have had a good time with Rick. He was a lawyer and Matt was a lawyer. Even though their conversations was on two different ends of the spectrum, I believe that I could probably give Matt what he was looking for. And Rick would seem like he was just like cool and mellow. All of the men seem like they like Dorit. From what they said, all of the men seem to have liked Dorit. Okay. The bachelors ended up leaving and the women were talking. And most of the women, it seemed like the general consensus was most of the women liked Sebastian. The comedian guy looked so familiar, but he also looked like he was giving drugs a little bit. He gave me that he probably had a little bit too much of that liquor. He probably, you know what I'm saying? Nico probably poured him too much liquor. Okay? Sutton really liked Rick, but he ended up giving his card to Erika Jane and not Sutton. Okay? And so Sutton ended up telling Erika Jane, your attorney husband didn't work out so well. Okay? And Erika ended up giving Sutton his card in hopes of moving forward with Sutton. And if I'm Sutton, I'm never calling that man. I would have never called that man. Especially, girl, and there's no way. There's no way. I would have never called that man. There was, I appreciate the gesture, Erika Jane, but yeah, I would have never called the man. Especially if we was on a speed date and you gave your number to somebody else and not me. I would have never called him. My friends and I have a saying, funny makes you fine. Right. Funny makes you fine. Okay? So the women ended up talking. Kyle says that she wants to get married again. Okay? I'm not surprised because I think that Kyle and her sisters was raised that if you're not a wife, you're not jack shit, nothing. Okay? I believe that Big Cat raised them to think that if you're not a wife, you ain't jack shit, nothing. Because remember, I believe that Kyle and Kim daddy was married, had a whole nother wife. And she was the side, if I remember correctly, I believe that Kyle and mama was the side chick. You know what I'm saying? And they say that Big Cat used to be out there clowning. Okay? The women were thrown off by Kyle saying that, but I'm not thrown off by it. I think that they were thrown off because Kyle was actually with a woman, and they didn't probably see Kyle saying that she would marry a woman. But I'm not surprised that Kyle will want to get married again. Okay? So Erika, Dorit, and Sutton, they separate and they go inside. And Nico was inside. Now, Nico, did y'all see? Nico had on a blazer with like some Michael Jackson pants. And then when everybody left, he took the blazer off and we saw him and he had on a halter top with the back out.
Yes, bitch.
Yes, bitch. I said, look at this bitch. Go on, bitch. Okay. Now, initially, Erika wanted to pull Dorit to the side so they can talk. And Sutton ended up following them inside. And they invited Sutton into the conversation, okay? So Erika ended up asking Dorit about the kids, and that the kids ended up going to Florida. Dorit said that they went and they're having a ball. But we really want to know is how they went. What we really want to know is how they went. Did PK escort them to Florida? Or did your mommy and your daddy just end up putting them on a plane with them? How did they go? Because the last time, we knew that they was going to Florida regardless. You get what I'm saying? We knew that they was going to Florida regardless, but did they go with PK or did your mama and daddy take them down there with them? Okay? Erika and Sutton give Dorit some advice. They tell her to take care of herself, that this is all for the better, and that she and her kids will survive this, okay? Then Sutton says in a confessional, she said that she sympathizes with Dorit and this broken wing that she's walking around with. Heavy on the bro.
Yes.
No shade, heavy on the broke though. Heavy on the broke. I sympathize with it too, baby, because I can see it, baby. Okay? Now, Bose, Kyle, and Rachel, they are still sitting outside. And so Kyle asked them how many times they've been in love. Each of them been in love. Rachel said that she was in love 4 times. I am surprised to hear that she was in love 4 times because she had been with her ex-husband for 33 years, right? But I am a person, I do think that it's possible that you could be in love with more than one person at one time. Do y'all think so? Let me know in the chat. I think that you could be in love with more than one person at one time. Okay? Bose said 3 times. I read Bose's book, so I'm assuming it was the guy that she was in a relationship with that committed suicide. He was a white man. And then her ex-husband, Peter, which is Lael's dad, and then Keely. So she's in love with Keely, okay? Kyle said 3 also, okay? So I'm assuming that it's Farrah's dad, which was her first husband. Mauricio is not her first husband. Farrah's dad is her first husband. Then Mauricio, and then Morgan. And I'm sure it's Morgan because Buzz asked if she found love after Mauricio, and she said yeah, so I'm sure it's him. Kyle ended up sharing that she walked away, she's single, and a relationship was complicated, okay? How many people don't know that true love? Many people don't know what true love is. You agree? You agree? You agree? Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Okay. And yeah, she said that it was, she walked away from the relationship, so she's single now, and it was complicated. And so Bo started hemming and hawing about being a girl's girl and wanting to be in your business and started beating around the bush. And so Kyle was like, girl, just say, why don't you just ask me what you really want to ask? And so Bo was like, what do I want to ask? And Kyle said, I can go Brad and I can go Angelina. Okay? And so they was like, oh, right. And so Bose asked, is it that serious? You can go Brad and you can go Angelina Jolie. Bose, shut up.
Shut up. Shut up.
You know, like, this is why people don't want to come out or open up. I feel like when a person is trying to open up, you have to make a person feel comfortable, right? You have to just let them open up. Let them tell you what they want to say and let them share what they want to share, right? And Kyle said what she wanted to say, but when Bose asked her again, like, oh, is it that serious? She kind of hesitated in fear of judgment. Did y'all catch that? She Bose was treated like a market strategy. Like she kind of hesitated in what she was saying because Bose like questioned her. Just let her say what she want to say. She know what she's saying. You don't have to question it, right? And I know Bose didn't mean to, but she kind of made Kyle backtrack in her statement because she asked her to clarify what she said, right? And so Kyle then said that she was half joking and not fully joking. Baby, she wasn't joking. She was trying to feel the temperature. She was trying to test the waters to see if this was a safe space for her, right? So in the confessional, Kyle said that if she goes out with someone, she's thinking, what is Mo thinking? What is Mo going to think? What is the girls going to think? And what is the public going to think? And they would only think something if you were out with another woman because that would be considered out of the norm for Kyle, right? They will only be thinking, what are you, because we see Mauricio out. So, you know, it's normal for us to think, okay, Kyle gonna be out with somebody. We'll see her with a man, but baby, to see Kyle with a woman is off the chain. You get what I'm saying? Like, wow, how low did you go, right? And when I say low, I mean in age, baby, because girl is old. Girl is old. Farrah, not old. Me and her the same age. Morgan is like 6 years younger than Farrah. So absolutely, baby, you went low. You went younger than your kids. But the thing is, niggas do it all the time. Niggas do it all the time, okay? I think that Kyle is also struggling with the treatment. There is a difference. I'm sorry. There is a difference in the way that people treat you when they find out that you're gay or bi. There is a difference. And I think that is the reason why Kyle kept shutting the conversation down with Garcelle last year, because she wasn't comfortable talking about it. Even though I feel that Garcelle has been and would have continued to be supportive, that's just not the reality, right? I get that Kyle was out dating, but she has to feel comfortable to come out, even though people knew, right? And even though she was being pictured. And she was trying to move discreetly, meaning people may know, but she wasn't going to just sit there and really talk about it, right? And every time Kyle sit down in a group, and I can tell you this as a gay man myself, every time I sit down in a group setting, baby, I don't want to sit down and talk about or be the resident gay nigga in the room. You know what I'm saying? Like every time we sit down, Kyle don't want to sit down and talk about being a lesbian or being with a woman. And I feel like with Bose around, all of a sudden, you get what I'm saying? It's like, okay, so what are you doing? Okay, well, what's going on? You get what I'm saying? Girl, what's going on with you and Keely? What's going on with you and Keely? Why is he tagging pound RHOBH on every post on Instagram, baby? Is he really here for you? Girl, move on. Move on. Okay? Kyle said that gender doesn't really matter. It's more about the connection. And she's always been attracted to men, tall, dark, and handsome. And so Bose she is really pissing me off. Bose sitting at the time, can that apply to women? Shut your ass up. Okay? So Kyle was like, she only been with one woman to my knowledge. Okay? And so Kyle said she doesn't know. The Top Chef say Kyle just didn't want to talk about her eating cat with Garcelle. Garcelle is not to be trusted. Oh, Keely is a star bra, please. He's doing all what King is doing, quad, allegedly. She's not a real lesbian. She only liked the attention. Bose is annoying. Yeah, Crystal, Bose is being messy. Right, Bose is not coming off as genuine to me. And I don't want y'all to think that I'm just not, it's just that Oh, I don't want y'all to think that I'm just like coming after Bose, but I just feel like that it's kind of cringe. It's kind of cringe. The girl, you asking the girl to talk about it, but then it's like, okay, I'm talking about it, but girl, that don't mean jump down my throat. But I think that Bose was just trying to get out her question answered at the right time. But Bose is coming off as overbearing. Rachel tells Kyle, girl, you don't have to know everything right now. Just do you. You don't have to know what you like or what you don't like. Rachel is really, I'm really liking Rachel on the show this season. I think that she was a good addition to the show. Okay. But yeah, I just think that when Kyle opens up, you should just let her talk and like not just come up with all these questions and you know what I'm saying? Throw all these questions on the throat bowls. Okay. Kyle said in the confessional that she's sad, but she's grateful for the relationship with Morgan. She said that she got lost in being a wife and a mother and forgot who she was and learned a lot about herself in that time. Okay. So then Bowles says that she's gonna go back through her contact list. Basically, girl, she's gonna go back through her contact list and find some lesbians for Kyle.
Girl, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. Okay. So then we get to Amanda's house. Okay. It actually said Kyle's house on the title card. Right? It said Kyle's house and they moved it out the way. Then it said Amanda's house. And then like we saw the front yard and then we saw the backyard. And in the backyard around the pool, they had these big old gates. And I'm like, what happened to the pool? But I forgot that until I went into the house. Remember, Amanda got a whole bunch of young kids over there. She got little kids over there. So, you know, they're trying to be safe and make sure that the gate is so big that the kids just won't accidentally be in the pool or just find their way into the pool. You're gonna have to really be on some gladiator shit for them kids to be over there to jump the gate that they got over there for their backyard. Okay. But I think that Amanda is a fraud. I'm sorry. I think that she conned her way on this show by buying Kyle's old house. Okay. And I just feel like this is too close to home, y'all. It's the same thing with Sutton, with Kyle. Remember when Kyle was trying to make it seem like Sutton ruined her fireplace at her house? There's no way. And then Kyle had told her, don't be late with the rent or some shit. Don't play with me like that. Don't play with me like that on these cameras. I'm not doing it, okay? Now, the mat outside the house before you get into the house, the mat said, Money Queen and Company.
You're gonna have to stop saying that, or I'm gonna I need to move.
You're gonna have to stop saying Money Queen, girl. You're gonna have to stop saying Money Queen. For you to call yourself the Money Queen, baby, you're gonna have to be Miss Quad. She got it, she got it. Less on the Miss Quad, but more on the she got it. And baby, I feel like a girl that got it, they build it from the ground up, baby. They not living behind Kyle. Ain't no Money Queen living behind Kyle, baby. They build it from the ground up. They build it from the ground up. You will have to call yourself something else, okay? So Amanda says that she grew up in Oklahoma. They didn't really have a lot, and she used to walk around Walmart. We did too. We walked around Walmart before we was able to go to the club. We used to walk around Walmart, the Super Walmart, okay? She said that we met some of the family. We met her killers. She got a big killer that was over there being mean to her biological child. And then they had a girl over there. We didn't know who she was. They never put a title card up there. But she got two killers over there. And then she got two biological kids of her own. Okay. She said that she met Eddie in 2019. They've been together for 5 years and he's a construction worker. And I think that she's probably insecure about him being a construction worker because when she said that he was a construction worker in the confessional, she said, he's cute though. Isn't he cute? That's what she said. So I was like, oh, she probably insecure about his job title with herself calling herself the Money Queen. Is he cute? I don't know. I thought that he looked better in the pictures.
I'm sorry. I have to be honest about it.
He looked better in the pictures to me. Maybe it was the glasses. The glasses don't look cute on everybody. He looked better in the pictures if you ask me. Okay? She said when they started living together, Eddie asked her what she wanted, and she said that she had an expiration date on her ovaries and not her ring finger, and so they started making babies. Okay. Now Eddie had 2 kids before Amanda. They got 2 kids together. She said her kids will never understand why she walks with them in a stroller through Beverly Hills to get ice cream. She said it's because she manifested it for them, and these are the same streets that she watched in Clueless. Okay. Now, did you manifest the stepkids too? Did you manifest the stepkids too? I ain't never heard of that. I ain't never heard nobody say, God send me a man when they got kids, unless they don't want to have none. Unless they don't want to have none, usually that's the asterisk by there. God, please send me a good man, and I don't want to have no more kids. So if you want him to have kids, God, and this is an asterisk right to let him already have kids. But I ain't never heard of nobody say, God, send me a man that already got kids. Send me a man that already got kids. God, send me a man that got a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old. Girl, okay? She said that when Eddie proposed to her, it was the same exact ring she manifested and had on her vision board. I said, look at Matilda. All right, Matilda. Girl, please. Girl, you know about to tell me you not manifesting all this stuff. You ain't about to tell me that you manifested a ring, but that you manifested a ring and you got the exact same ring, girl, but you living in the house behind Kyle. That you manifested the man of your dreams and he already just so happened to have 2 kids. Girl, please. When is you gonna manifest you a clean slate? Okay. She said that she is a financial empowerment teacher and coach. She is the embodiment of everything that she teaches, and she is her biggest testimonial. The house is expensive. I wonder did Alexia sell the house, because when on Buying Beverly Hills on Netflix, they gave the house to Alexia for her to sell so she could get the commission off the house. But I don't think that she did, because last week she met her at the store, and so that seemed like that was her first time meeting her. So I don't know. Okay. So next we got Rachel. Rachel invites Sutton over. She invites Sutton over to her house. Okay. Rachel said that she knows Sutton for being on the scene. They have mutual friends that just never got close with each other. She just never got close to her. Okay. Rachel asked Sutton if she wants to get married again, and Sutton said that it's complicated because she has always felt like that she could get Christian back whenever she wanted. Okay. She said they would talk and he would say something and she would think that I just win him back. And she realized with the annulment that he isn't going to take her back, that it's over. Okay. Now that's the contradiction, Sutton. That's the contradiction. Getting him back and him taking her back means 2 totally different things. And the contradiction is who has the power, right? Getting him back implies that she pursued him, right? But him taking her back implies that he chose her. Does that make sense? It implies who had the power or who pursued who. It implies who it. So those are 2. That's the contradiction. So did you get him? Did you think that you was gonna get him back, or did you think, you get what I'm saying? Or did you think that he was gonna take you back? I don't know. Say it again. Who left who? I believe that he left her. She said that he gave her, for her birthday, he gave her divorce papers. So she said that she always felt like that she could get Christian back whenever she wanted. That they would talk on the phone and he would say something and she would think that I just win him back. And she realized with the annulment that he isn't going to take her back, that it was over. But I thought that was a contradiction, because getting him back and him taking her back is 2 totally different things, is what I'm saying. That those are 2 totally different things. Because getting him back implies that she pursued him. And him taking her back implies that he pursued her. I don't know. Dane Christian was called. Yes, he is done with her completely. Okay? But it explains some things that Sutton has said in the past, right? Remember when Sutton got the store, she said that she wanted to prove that she could do something on her own, even though she was doing it with his money. She wanted to prove to Christian that she could do something on her own. That's what she said. And when Christian was getting ready to move to the UK, and she was stressed because she felt like that she had to go too. And Kyle told her, okay, well, girl, just because he's leaving don't mean that you got to go. And she said, well, my husband is powerful. My husband don't do real estate. He don't sell homes. My husband is powerful. Now we know it's because she wanted to go, Not because she had to go, but she thought that her and that man was going to be together again. Remember, he lived on the same street as her. He lives on the main road too. He lives on the main road. Remember, because she said that he still come by the house and take out the trash. So they live on the same street. He's a good man. He wanted to be there with his kids. And so he got enough money. Oh, you moving to Beverly Hills? I'm moving to Beverly Hills too. We're going to live on the same street because I'm raising my kids just with you. I'm raising my kids. And it is what it is. Okay? She said the annulment was addressed to Shrek Brown. I thought that it just said Brown. Because if it was just Brown, that would have been a good punch. But the Shrek Brown is a little bit more palatable for me, okay? Sutton says that she should just go back to her maiden name, but it's the last thread of the marriage. No, baby. No, baby. It's not. You and that man are tied together forever because y'all got kids together. Right? So no matter what the Catholic Church say, y'all have 3 children together that share both of y'all's DNA. So y'all are going to be tied together no matter what. Because no matter what goes on, you will always be the mother and he will always be the father of Porter, Philip, and Porter, Philip, let me know in the chat, I forgot. Porter, Philip, I want to say it started with a P, but I don't think it started with a P. Michael? It ain't Christian Jr. No matter what happened, y'all gonna be the parents of those 3 and they share the same DNA. So 4 or 5 years down the line, 4 or 5 generations down the line, baby, it ain't gonna matter what the Catholic Church, the DNA, these are the kids of Sutton and Christian Shrek. Barney, it ain't Barney. It ain't Barney, okay? Rachel said that she dropped her marriage, that she only got 2 kids. No, she got 3. She got 3 kids. Okay? Rachel said that she dropped her married name. James. It's James. Yeah, James is the youngest one. So James is the one that just graduated high school. So it's Philip is the oldest, then Porter, and then James. Okay? I'm really good with the kids. Give me some time. I'm gonna have Amanda kids. I'm only worried about this. Let's be real. If Amanda is on the show, we only worried about Amanda kids. Them 2 Kellers over there, we gonna call them Keller. We gonna call them Keller. So we gonna have to learn. I think it's Cassius. She got a son named Cassius, and I don't know the other one name. And the other 2 kids, we call them Keller. It's the boy and the girl. The older boy and older girl over there. Those are Kellers. Okay. Rachel said that she dropped her name from her marriage the day that she left her husband. She said that a lot of women keep the name because of status or because they're not over the marriage, Sutton. But she's not one of them. I agree 100%. I think that some women keep the name because of the access it gives them. And I've had conversations on this channel before about Giselle, right? And Giselle keeping their last name Bryant after he done got married to his new wife. And I said that Giselle kept that name because of the access it gives her being connected to Jamal. It was not about the daughters. Y'all would, it's about the daughters, baby. It's not about the daughters. It's not about the daughters. That's bullshit. If it was about the daughters, she would have stayed married to Jamal. It's about her being called Giselle Bryant, Jamal Bryant's first ex-wife. Because her being Giselle Bryant, Jamal Bryant's ex-wife will open way more doors than Giselle Graves ever could.
I don't give a fuck what y'all saying. I don't give a fuck what y'all saying at all.
It's about her being called Giselle Graves who? And it's the same thing with Tina Knowles. Tina Knowles actually got married and kept Knowles and added Lawson to the name and was going by Tina Knowles Lawson. Right, B. Spencer? What's good? The former first lady. The former first lady over there fighting in parking lots and shit. Thank you for the super chat, Elizabeth. She said, I can't with Kyle and her daughter's calling Mauricio a hoe 2 episodes in a row, child. But that is, they don't see it the way that we do. I think that they just be trying to be hip and they don't see it the way that we do. But it's the same thing with Tina Knowles, right? Tina Knowles actually got married and kept kept Knowles and added Lawson to it. And then when she got through with the Lawson, she kept the Knowles because she knows that Knowles give her access. But the crazy thing about Tina Knowles is that her maiden name is actually Beyonce. So Tina's real name is Celestine Ann Beyonce. Her real name is Beyonce. Her real last name is Beyonce. So that Beyonce is much more famous than Knowles ever would be. So if I'm Tina, I would have went back to Tina Beyonce. Because Beyonce is so famous, she don't even need a last name. Because I'm pretty sure if she tells somebody, if she goes somewhere and they ask her and they say, hey, what is your name? You know, we come check you in. She's like, my name is Tina Beyonce. And they'll be like, oh, do you know Beyonce? She can say, yeah, that's my daughter. I birthed her. That's my daughter. Right? The Beyonce is much more famous than Knowles. Much more famous than Knowles. Knowles is her professional name. Here we go. Good boy, you wouldn't understand. You're not a woman. I don't have to be a woman to understand, baby. I don't have to understand. I don't have to be a woman to understand. Rachel understand. Knowles is her professional name. Yeah, it gives her that. It gives her access. It gives her access. I am keeping my name if my children have the same name. I get it. What if you get married though? EHC Bunny. What if you get married though? Y'all better start. Y'all listen. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Tina Turner. Again, the access that it gave her. She kept the name because of the access that it gave her. She had already built the name. Okay. Sutton said that when they have grandkids, they'll say Grandma and Grandpa Shrek over there, they're the good ones, and Grandma Brown over there with the cats and dogs, right? So to Sutton, it's about being seen as worthy, right? How is Christian and his new wife the good ones? Because they married. You get what I'm saying? Do you understand what Sutton is saying? That sounds so fucking crazy to me. She said that when she have grandkids, they're going to say Grandma and Grandpa Shrek over there are the good ones. How are they good just because they married? And she's saying this and the nigga not even engaged to nobody. The nigga not even engaged to nobody. So if Christian remarries, Sutton will lose her fucking mind. I want Sutton to go see a therapist. And I really mean that sincerely. I really want her to go see a therapist because Sutton is letting us know that she's not over this divorce and this marriage. And that's probably why she ain't got a man. Because she was still holding out for Christian. Okay? Next we get Kyle. Kyle and Alexia are getting inspiration for wedding flowers, okay? Mauricio and Kyle are going to walk Alexia down the aisle. Kyle said that that's crazy because her and Mauricio aren't together, okay? And then Kyle got real emotional in the confessional. And she said that she hopes they have a long, happy marriage. She said that she hopes they always trust each other. She hopes they never hurt each other. And she hopes that Jake always looks at Alexia the same way he does today. It's a lot of shit that went on in that marriage with Kyle and Mauricio that she didn't tell us about. And them tears that she had over there told me that. And she said that her Mauricio was happy. I remember the house that Amanda lived in. I remember when Mauricio and do y'all remember when Mauricio and Kyle moved into their house and they threw an agency party at the house? I remember that. And I believe Kyle got into the pool. Or Mauricio got into the pool. It was like a float and they walked on it or something like that. And one of them fell in the pool. I remember when they first moved into their house. And when they moved into their house that Amanda lives in now, they was moving on up. We actually saw Mauricio build the agency off the ground. Damn near. We saw them move up in the world. Put a 7 in the chat if we saw it. We witnessed it. So they have had some happy times on the show. What I think that, and I'm telling you, for me, I think a big issue with Kyle and Mauricio is that I don't think I would have ever been able to forgive Kyle for going to Nikki's wedding. I don't think I would have ever been able to forgive Kyle for going to going to Nikki's wedding. Because you chose those Hiltons over me, and I don't give a fuck what the Hilton name is. I built this for me and you. I built this, we built this, and I'm trying to make something for ourselves, and you still trying to hold on over there to the Hiltons. And so for Rick to say that my children, me or none of my bloodline, can come to the wedding, and then they invite you the day before, because remember, Kyle was off the list. Farrah was still going to the wedding. Nikki got married to a Rothschild. And Rick and Mauricio fell out, and he said that Mauricio or none of his bloodline will be in the wedding. I mean, will come to the wedding, will be invited to the wedding. Farrah could go because Farrah was not a part of his bloodline, and Farrah was one of the bridesmaids as well. And Kyle wasn't going. And they invited Kyle the day before. And I believe she said she had to get up in the middle of the night to catch a flight, because I don't think the wedding was even in the U.S. But she went to their wedding. And to me, that was the e-cigarette lady telling her you'll sell your kids. That was the definition. Because what I'm telling you is that Farrah would not have been my daughter wouldn't have been into the wedding. Farrah wouldn't have been going to the wedding. And I wouldn't have been going to the wedding, and nor would Mauricio or the kids. None of us would have won. We would have had a united front. Period. Okay? Alexia picked some colors, but she said that she wanted to take them home so Jake can give the final yes. The final yes? Alison Dubois, yes. Alison Dubois. Okay? Her wedding was at the Windsor Castle. Okay. Yes, her going to that wedding was a breaking point for me. Kyle picked the side. Thank you, B. Michelle. Right. I thought that she picked the side. Dina, one of them is close. Who? Kyle knew Mo cheated. LVP tried to expose him on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Girl, Rick probably cheated too. You can't tell me that Rick been with Kathy since please. Okay. It was something the way that Alexia said that she wanted Jake to have the final yes and sit well with me. And I really wanted Kyle to tell Alexia, and I really want to see Kyle tell Alexia, don't forget about yourself. Being that she felt like that she lost herself in being a wife and mother. I really want to see Kyle tell her daughter that, right? I think that is something I want to see her tell her daughter. Especially if she feels like she lost herself. But Kyle ended up telling Alexia that she wants her to look back on the photos and say that this is really what she wanted at the time. Okay? Then we get balls, baby. The last scene of the episode, baby. The most talked about scene, but the last scene of the episode, baby. Okay? Bowles meets with Amanda for lunch. Okay? Amanda said that she was never in the corporate space. She said that she has her master's in counseling. Baby, from what school? From what school? From what school? I want to know what school you got your master's from. Usually when somebody tell you they got their master's or something, everybody know Dr. Wendy went to Temple for undergrad, right? When people tell you, everybody know that Giselle went to Hampton. Everybody know Candace went to Howard, right? Kyle didn't go to college. Farrah went to USC, right? What school? Okay? She said that she started as a therapist, a life coach, then a business coach. She said as her audience grew, she began making online courses, helping people create the professional and personal life of their dreams. Okay? She said that she has a gift and a niche around money. She's not a financial planner. She said that she focuses on the energetic and mindset and psychology part of money. Most people teach on the practical part of money. And she thinks that the energetic mindset and psychological part is the foundation, and that is what her book is about. And that's how she became the money queen. That's how she became the money queen. She was kind of selling me a bit. I grew up with the single mother, and I can always tell what my mama had in her purse by the mood of the house, if that makes sense, right? I can always tell what my mama was holding, what was in her purse, by the mood of the house. And that's something that I frequently talk to my siblings about. Like, I don't want, whether I have $1 million or not, I don't think that should define you and your mood that you're in. You get what I'm saying? And so I was really sold on the energetic part. And I was thinking about buying the book. And then I came to my senses. Okay? So Dorit ended up joining. Okay? Amanda says that she's been thinking and praying about Dorit since the party. Girl. Okay? And so Dorit started talking about PK. I'm so tired of hearing about PK. I'm sorry. I am, though. I'm so tired of hearing about PK. Okay, Dorit says that PK built a very big business in the UK, and he lost the business in 2008.
Are you sure?
Are you sure, Dorit? Was you there for it? Was Dorit there for it? I don't think Dorit was there for it. I don't think Dorit was there for it. Was she there? I don't believe it. Did we see it happen? How do we know? How do we know? I don't believe that. They keep saying that. I don't believe that. She said they got married with no prenup because PK was broke, because he had lost his business and there was nothing to protect. I just don't see nobody losing no business. I just don't see nobody losing no business and they ain't got nothing. Because I want to say that she said it was $1 billion business. At least that's what she told Camille. I remember. They was in that restaurant, I believe it's called Yardbird, right under the Beverly Center. And she said that, you know, they had a $1 billion business. Because remember, Camille was saying that she knows some people that PK owe money to. That was back in the heyday. Remember that? That was before Garcelle joined the show. That was before the pandemic. She said that she knew some people. Put a 4 in the chat. Camille said that she knew some people who PK owed money to. Because she had been calling them frauds since then. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yep, thank you. Purple Toss, yes. 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 Oops, 4. Yep. She had been calling them frauds since then. He owed some people some money. He was borrowing money, and he never paid them their money. Okay? Child, if I got $1, I'm getting a prenup. Right. Yes, Camille sure did. They was right in Yardbird. Okay? What happened to Beverly Beach? What happened to the wedding dresses that she sold? What happened to the wedding dresses? She had Beverly Beach. She had the wedding dresses. Nothing. Okay? She said that they had a business manager. She said that she filed for divorce a couple of months ago. And she said it wasn't an agreement. They didn't have an agreement or nothing. She said that she would just find out that PK wasn't paying for things anymore. She said that PK was paying for most of the bills for the last 14 years. And she said when they separated, he said that the finances would stay the same. She said a month later, she got an email from him saying that he decided that he's not doing that. And she asked, how could you change this all of a sudden? And he said that he only agreed to do it for 1 month. Dorit. I feel like Dorit is still knocked out. I'm having a hard time with Dorit because I feel like that she is still knocked out. And I really do think that it's time for her to stand up.
Stand up! Stand up!
Stand up, girl. Why would you believe that? Why would you believe that? If that man left the house and said, this is single PK, unless it was court ordered, I wouldn't believe shit. I wouldn't believe the nigga was paying for shit unless it was court ordered. Like, bitch, it's been 2 years. No shade. I mean, well, I'm going to give her 1 year because she on the show now. But to us, it's been down there 2 years about you, you know, saying the same old thing, girl. Why would you believe that? I wouldn't believe that. I don't know. I just feel like If Kyle was in Dorit's situation, Kathy or someone in her family could cover her until she was able to file something with the courts, right? Dorit, and I feel like that Dorit is trying to follow what Kyle is doing. Dorit doesn't realize that she and PK are not Mauricio and Kyle. Kyle and her daughters are put up, baby. They got their feet hanging up, baby, sitting over there like princesses and queens. And Mauricio is doing right by her because he can afford to. Nothing has stopped for them. That ain't you. That ain't you. And my thing with Dorit, girl, you fucked up because you should have known better. Because PK has a set of older children. And if he stopped doing for their mother and he stopped doing for them, then you should have known that your days was numbered. You should have known that your days was numbered. PK got 3 children by a whole nother wife that he had before you. And if he wasn't over there paying her bills and paying for them to be put up, then you should have never believed that he was going to do the same thing for you. You should have never believed that he was going to do the same thing for you. And my thing is, yeah, you got this job, but we ain't seen. I mean, I seen you on a couple of commercials. But baby, you need to get a job or something and get your ass up and work.
Get your fucking ass up and work.
You'll have to get up and work and do something, baby. Okay? She said that she said to her knowledge, no retirement accounts exist. And she said that she has yet to discover any investments. Okay? Bo said that when Peter died, she was left with the financial responsibility to raise Lael all on her own. Okay? She said that Dorit is in a similar position and she needs to understand what the money is. Bose, there is no money. Bose, there is no money. And basically what I heard from Bose is...
Bitch, your man left you for dead, hoe.
Bitch, your man left you for dead, hoe. Your man left you for dead, hoe. That nigga left you for dead. You here by yourself, girl. She said, girl, you in the same position I'm in. Did you hear what she said? Girl, you in the same position I'm in. PK is still walking around, but baby, my ex-husband is dead. And you in the same position as me. And what I'm telling you, girl, you just met this girl last year. And it seems like me, everybody in the chat, and Bose is on the same page. Me, everybody in the chat, and Bose is on the same page.
Bitch, your man left you for dead, hoe.
Bitch, your man left you for dead, hoe. He left you for dead. I don't know why we still PK, he's not this, he's not that. Girl, I will be at the courthouse. If he's not a citizen, baby, he will be deported. I'ma show you. I'ma show you. Kissing bitches in the middle of the street? No. No, okay? Amanda says you have to have turned a blind eye to your accounts for a long time to have no idea if you have retirement or not. Okay? And she said this is basic information that every woman should know about their financial reality. Okay? Then Dorit said that her name is on everything.
You can't do that.
Her name is on everything. The house and everything. Everything is in Dorit's name. And when she found out that the house was in pre-foreclosure, she wasn't just worried about losing the house. She said that if PK stopped making payments or doesn't make the payments, it's going to be her who suffers the consequences, and she can't do everything. Dorit, I'm so upset at you. I'm so upset at you. Dorit, I am so upset with you. I'm so upset. I'm really upset.
You's a stupid motherfucker.
You over there trying to be kept. What the fuck do you mean he asked you to put it in his name? Is he on or what? Do he got it or he don't? If he over here trying to have you over here being kept, he don't got to ask you for a motherfucking thing. If he can't put it in his name, it's a siren, bitch. It ain't even a red flag. It's a siren. What do you mean? Put it in your name. You don't put shit in your name. I don't give a damn how good he sell it to you. You don't put shit in your name. Because if he leaves, which he will, you need to make sure that you're okay without him. And you can only make sure that you're okay without him if you have your name. So I've been wondering since last year, girl, if I was getting $1 million a season, I'm thinking that I would at least think that she getting $1 million a season. Girl, your biggest bill is the house. You need to get up out the house. Girl, you can't even leave the house. Because if you leave the house, you probably not be able to get nowhere else to stay. You probably not getting nowhere else to stay. Or you're going to have to pay a huge fee because you're going to owe on the house. You're going to owe on the house. But I would still have, that's your biggest bill. You got to get up out that house. You got to get out that house. And I feel like that you waiting. I feel like that you sitting over there like Sutton, thinking that PK going to come back around. Girl, the nigga left you. My thing is, if the nigga even came back around, you shouldn't even want him. If the nigga came back around, you shouldn't even want him because...
Bitch, your man left you for dead, hoe.
Because he left you for dead, hoe. If he came back around, you shouldn't even want him. But see, Dorit don't want to get out there and work. Dorit don't want to get out there and work. Dorit don't want to get out there and work, okay? So Bose asks Amanda, what can Dorit do to protect herself and help the situation? And Amanda said, decide what you want, what you're creating, and what do you want to be? Who do you want to be as a provider? Who do you want to be as a woman? Who do you want to be as a woman who was screwed and now she has to fill in the gaps? Who are you going to be no matter what he does?
What kind of bullshit is that?
What kind of bullshit is that? This is why I said I'm not buying this book. I'm not buying this book. What kind of bullshit is that? Who do I want to be? Bitch, I want to be Mackenzie Bezos. That's who I want to be. I want to be Mackenzie Bezos when me and this nigga is done. I want to have so much money that I can just donate to all HBCUs. Hundreds of millions of dollars. Hundreds of millions of dollars. Decide who you're creating. What? I'm telling y'all. It's something up with Amanda. I can look at her face. I've seen the mugshot. It's something about her. It's something about her.
I'm telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real.
That motherfucker is not real. Money Queen. Money Queen? Girl, Money Matilda. It's giving Money Matilda, bitch. Thank you for the super chat, Q. He said, I just knew Amanda was going to say file for Chapter 7 or Chapter 13 bankruptcy or give us some advice, girl. What you mean figure out who you are? I'm broke. That's who I am. Right. I'm broke and everything is in my motherfucking name. I'm broke and everything is in my motherfucking name. And so Bo said, what kind of frou-frou mess is this? Intentions, what type of provider she wants to be, what does that even mean? This isn't financial advice. Something ain't right. Now, Bozoma, to be fair, she said that she wasn't a financial advisor. Okay? She said that she wasn't a financial advisor. But it seems the bitch don't got no type of advice at all. Decide who you want to be. Bitch, I want to be kept with my feet up, riding around like a princess, like Summer Walker say. I want to be riding on the nigga passenger side with my feet up like a princess. I want to be chauffeured. I ain't touched door handles in years, like Cardi B say. I want to be put up like Kyle. I want to be put up like Kyle. And Mauricio still pay the bills. Pay all the bills. That's who I want to be. I want to be made. Girl. I don't see it. The money queen with a money queen, we wait for it to come out. Baby, she already been in jail. But she gives financial advice. What was the financial advice? Decide who you want to be. Girl, I thought I married rich. I thought I married rich. Lord, make me over. I want to be made over. I want to be made over. I want to be made over. Now, maybe, listen, don't get mad at me. Maybe she told us, maybe she just didn't want to get herself in trouble on camera. That's what I'm saying, girl. When you're doing fraud shit, maybe she had enough sense not to tell her to do the fraud shit on camera. And when the cameras went down, she probably told the girl, you know what I'm saying? I got some credit cards, girl. You get what I'm saying? I got a couple of CPNs, bitch. That'll help. You get what I'm saying? Maybe she told her something like that. I don't know. Dorit is less than smart. Yeah, she's less than smart. Dorit is too old to be sitting around here playing like she playing. Dorit sitting up there talking about, and then she had the nerve to ask Kyle, are you ready to date? And Kyle was like, no. And she was like, well, why not? And she was like, girl, I don't think you ready to date. She said, I'm not 3 years in. Girl, you in a worse position than me. I'm 3 years in, bitch, but I'm over here. I'm kept. Bitch, you still see me with diamonds and gold. You still do, bitch, my life ain't stopped. My life ain't stopped. I'm still over here drifting Gucci diamonds and gold, bitch. I'm still over here popping tags. Gucci by the Gucci. Louis by the Louis. Pop them tags. Pop them tags. Bitch, you over here looking like an old maid. Your feelings and stuff is brown. We see the wrinkles and shit all in your face. You look hungry. You stressed. You can't afford the nicotine patches no more, bitch. We see you smoking 4 cigarettes. My life ain't stopped. Shit. The fuck are you talking about? You not 3 years in. Girl, look at my life ain't stopped though, girl. What are you talking about? And that's probably why Kyle went over there and got with another bitch. Because if she probably, if Kyle went over there with another nigga, Mauricio probably said, bitch, I ain't paying for you and no nigga. He probably got a little Michael Darby in him. He probably got a Michael Darby in him. I'm paying for a nigga too? I'm paying for a nigga too? You got me fucked up. That's probably why she went over there with a bitch. She know Mauricio. She know how to play the game. I'm for real. Y'all, a wing and a prayer is what a man is advice to read. I would have just told her before I said what she told her, Richie Morris. I would have said, girl, give me some time to think on it, girl. I got to think about it. And that's the sad part about it. You sit up here talking about you was praying for it. You came over there. And that was the advice you gave her? That was the advice you gave her? And you go there thinking about her all weekend? I just knew she was about to drop some jewels. I just knew she was about to have me some over here with some shit with a pen and paper. That big cat's daughter. I think Kyle's name is all on most businesses. Smart girl. Carl and Mo are taking PK's side because they want to sell their home. Oh. Yeah, she bunny. See, baby, I've been here long enough. Baby, I've been here long enough. Right. I said the same thing. It's okay because Kyle was with a woman. Yeah, right. Baby, have y'all remember? See, do y'all remember when Kyle got into it with Camille? And Camille, them said they won't be using Mauricio anymore. Baby. Y'all remember that? Put a 3 in the chat. Baby, Camille and Kyle was getting into it, baby. And she told her, you know what, we're not going to be using Mauricio anymore, baby. And Kyle had to go back and tell Mauricio that Camille said that she ain't going to be using, her and Kelsey won't be using Mauricio anymore. And baby, Mauricio looked like he wanted to cry. Mauricio looked like he wanted to tell her, girl, go beg. Go beg, go girl. What you mean? Go beg, go tell them what we gotta do. What we gotta do, sir? What we gotta do, sir? Look at y'all. See. You're such a fucking liar, Camille. Camille, you're such a fucking liar. I'm loving nigga boy. It's on point. It is. Humble pie fresh out the oven. Where is Candy? You know she quick to ask you how to make your money. Oh. He looks stunned, yeah. Look like he wants to say, bitch, go beg. What did you do to her? What you did to her? Go beg. You fucking up my money. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But y'all, that was the episode. What's good, Mary Jane's baby? That was the episode. That was the episode. He saw 6 figures fly right out the window. Yes, he maybe 7. Maybe 7, but no, probably high 6 figures. Probably high 6 figures. No, mid 6 figures. They sold LVP's home after they fought with the Nasifs. And I'm telling you, the agency, baby, the agency buildings going up everywhere all over LA. The agency buildings going up, girl. You always liked Adrienne Maloof? She was cool. They said she's supposed to be back this season a little bit too. She's supposed to be back this season. Making a little cameo appearance here and now, I guess. They have an agency in Pasadena. Yeah, they got them all over. I think that people think, and this is what I think that people don't realize when you're a real estate agent, and this is why y'all keep on saying that Cecil got money. You only get paid on the shit that you sell. You get what I'm saying? So you make money off of the shit that you sell, and so if you ain't really selling nothing, you ain't really making no money. And it's really hard. It was a black boy on Buying Beverly Hills, and I forgot where he was from, but he used to be a dancer, and he was in LA, and he tried to get into real estate, but it was hard. He was having problems with, I think that had said some stuff about Alexia and how like Alexia them is from that world, and so they know people. Him just moving to LA, not really knowing people like that, it was going to be hard for him to sell these $1 million houses. You get what I'm saying? And that's the truth. Thank you for the super chat, DGF6275. She say, thanks for the last song. Thank you so much. They stole Kyle's sister's house. Yes, they did. I liked Eileen. You liked Eileen? I didn't like how Eileen was over there. Eileen was on in the fuck section after she was over there with Kim. But Kim made her ass up, though. Mauricio and Eileen had a lot of smoke for Kim. She had a lot of smoke for the crackhead. I mean, for the drug addict. You get what I'm saying? But she let Brandy throw a whole glass of wine in her face, and she didn't do a fucking thing. Brandy threw a whole drink in her face for nothing. She didn't even do nothing to Brandy. Brandy threw a drink in her face, baby. When I tell you, baby, she threw that drink in her face, baby. It wasn't as much force as Mia did Wendy, but it was like directly in the middle of her face. It was like directly in the middle of her face. Child. But Kim got that beat up off her, though. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. These ladies. Oh, Andrew, yes. Brandy is a drug addict. You beast. Write that investment off immediately. Eileen was soaping it up on Beverly Hills. Eileen got an Emmy after she left. She won an Emmy after she left Beverly Hills, too. I always quote Big Dog Kim. Sometimes you stole my goddamn house. Yes. Yeah, you was a crackhead. You said right. The agency had some nice listens in Michigan. Remember when Randy threw that drink off Jeff? Baby, just move out the way. Yes, baby, I'm sure he did. Yes, she did. She ate that Pinot Grigio. Yeah, shit. Lisa Rinna couldn't handle Kim. Now she couldn't handle Kim. How dare you? I love Eileen. How dare me? Baby, you came into my home, and I apologize. Actually, you didn't. I don't like you. I've never done anything. I never liked anything about you, from your face to your hair to your nasty ass attitude. Baby, Kim ate them hoes up. And then jumped on Kyle. What the fuck is this? You sitting here the whole time you doing, and that's exactly what Kyle was doing. I don't care if my sister was right, wrong, and indifferent. Eileen wouldn't have jumped in. And Lisa wouldn't have got it together either. Why don't you have some bread? But y'all, that was the episode, y'all. Thank y'all so much for being here, y'all. I really appreciate y'all being here. I am really enjoying Beverly Hills. Well, I can't find a damn thing to like about you right now either. I was gagged. Yes, she did. She only had a lot of Eileen only had a lot of backbone because Lisa Rinna was there and they was able to jump her. But see, the girl that was across the table next to Kim threw a drink dead in her motherfucking face and she didn't do nothing. She didn't do nothing. Oh, thank you, Lady Virgo. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Right, we need Kim back. B. Michelle, I always said, and I hate to say it, and I know it sounds bad, and I know it sounds fucked up, but we always need some type of addict on the show. We always need somebody with a substance abuse problem on the show. I'm sorry, and I'm staying with that. You know, we needed Karen over there on Potomac. You know, but at least this season we don't got her. But you know, Beverly Hills, we needed Kim. We needed Kim. All right. But thank y'all so much for clicking on the video. No problem, Richie. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all so much for clicking on the video, y'all. I really appreciate the love and support, and I will see y'all later. Adios.
Call Daddy. Tell him 25.